It's not just what you eat, but it's also when you eat it that can determine how you feel throughout the day and night. On Daily Reset, nutritionist Estabraq Alsanousi explains how making small changes to your feeding time can change your mood, your energy, and your sleep quality. I'm your host Abdulaziz Ismail, and we're gonna dive deeper into the subject. Stay tuned, and we'll return right after this break. Welcome back, dear viewers. We are here with nutritionist Estabraq Alsanousi. Welcome to the show, Estabraq.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good, thank you.
Excited?
Excited.
All right. This is a very specific subject. Not a lot of people tend to know the importance of when to eat exactly. I know, times have been changing. People are busier. Everybody's just going on the go. I remember when I was a kid, it was like maybe 6 in the morning, it was your breakfast time, 1:30 lunch, 8 p.m., that's dinner. It was like set, never changed, rarely changes. So I want to hear from a specialist such as yourself. Why is it important to know the timing of your meal?
So just setting brief timings for you, kind of to know internally and send signals to your body like, okay, like these certain times are ready to eat.
Okay.
Because in long term, we have an internal clock, right? A circadian rhythm. So everybody just speaks about circadian rhythm that has to do just with sleep. It actually involves in a lot of mechanisms in your body and hormones and stuff. So once your circadian rhythm has a schedule of when to eat and when to not, it kind of is at a steady and doesn't keep your body at full stress.
Okay.
So these just like mini schedules kind of really help to keep your energy more steady throughout the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that internal clock, it's used to me eating it once again 6 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and then 8 p.m. When I change that, when I start eating breakfast at 10 a.m. and then I start eating lunch at 2 p.m., how long does it take for that internal clock to adjust to the new timing?
So it really depends on the person.
Okay.
Each person is really different and how their lifestyle is, but most probably like it just needs a certain type of connection between your body and your mind to kind of know those certain cues. But just for your internal clock to know when to release like the hormones that you need once you're hungry or once you're full.
Okay, because there's a lot of hormones associated with eating, being hungry, needing to go to sleep, feeling tired. So it's affected also, and it's linked to that internal clock.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. It's almost like a jet lag for your meals.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very similar in concept, because once you travel to a country that has the night and day timing flipped.
Yeah. Your brain is just used to that country that you used to be in. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Now, breakfast, most important meal of the day. Is there a perfect timing for it to be eaten?
No, it's whenever you are comfortable, but I would really recommend at least 2 to 3 and not go beyond.
Okay.
Even if you don't feel hungry, at least have a little snack and stay hydrated. Like protein, fiber, complex carbs, all of those nutrients really is going to help set your day.
Okay. In terms of energy, correct?
In terms of energy, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that'll help you stay energized all the way to lunchtime.
Do lunch, or if you have a morning snack, it depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that actually brings me to another subject, keeping your energy up throughout the day. A lot of people, they tend to kind of go for an afternoon nap. They're always feeling sleepy, especially after eating lunch or even before eating lunch. They're just pushing that time of the day and they're like, oh, I have to take a power nap. There's no way I can continue. They're yawning. What does that usually associate with? Is it the type of meal or the timing of the meal?
So there's a lot of factors that goes into how someone, whether they take a nap or not, and all of that you're explaining. One may be because they haven't slept properly the night before.
Okay.
The other could be they started off their breakfast with high carb meal.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you have this hormone called insulin, right? So once you have this high carbo loaded meal in the morning, what ends up happening is that insulin shoots up really fast.
Okay.
And then once it comes down really quickly, they feel really tired.
So it's a very volatile up and down.
Yeah, throughout the day. So they're always kind of a bit like drowsy, kind of unsteady. They want to sleep and tired. Another one would be is again internal clock.
Okay. Once
So
again.
they're always used to having naps at that specific time. So what ends up happening is your body is sending melatonin
Okay.
hormones,
It's scheduled.
yeah,
Okay.
to your body at that certain period. You know what? This is time of our nap. We need to kind of release that hormone. So you sleep and wake up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it's very scheduled. Let's call it a sending of the hormones, because
Yeah.
your body's telling you, hey, we got to take that nap. We're used to it for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
At 3 p.m., you always take a nap. It's time to do it again.
Yeah.
Great. Now, it's very important, based on what you're saying, it's very important to have a very nutritious breakfast. It seems like carbs is not really the ideal choice.
Carbs, yes, but complex carbs. So there's a
Complex carbs.
difference.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was talking about, like, if you have just like regular simple carbs. So let's say you had like a fruit juice.
Okay.
And just had sugary pancakes, for example, and it's full of sugar. It's really different from you having like whole wheat toast, right, with eggs.
Right.
You're still having carbs and that protein, but it's, again, the actual food itself is really different, the component itself.
So the complex carbs, that would be the oats, correct?
That would be, yeah, the whole wheat toast,
The whole wheat toast, the oats.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you say that is protein a better choice than the complex carbs, or is it sort of neck and neck?
No, they're both the same.
They're both the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
The carbs gives you the energy that you need.
Okay.
The protein helps your muscles, your hormones, like the healthy fats as well. So they all come hand in hand together.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, right now we live in very busy times. Everybody's so busy. They just want to run through the door and go to work and get their errands done.
Yeah.
A lot of people tend to skip breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
How can skipping breakfast change somebody's mood and energy throughout the day?
So not having breakfast is really gonna set a toll on you, because you won't have enough energy to kind of go through about your day, and you're not gonna be focused, concentrated. You need that fuel, right, to go about to
Correct.
do whatever you need. You're gonna get really stressed because your body again woke up hours before, and it went through this like fast at night while you were asleep.
Right.
So it's going to be really hard for you to kind of keep focus and concentrate on what you're about to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need those proteins, complex carbs.
Yeah.
That'll help your brain function. That'll help you function physically.
Yeah.
Throughout the day. Without it, you're just low energy. And okay, I want to kind of argue against that a little bit and make this a little bit difficult on you.
Okay.
A lot of people say no, it's actually healthier to skip your breakfast because your body goes into sort of this detoxification process, and then it'll through eating on its own, toxins, or throughout or eating on those calories within, you'll get the energy that you need throughout the day.
So for detox in general, it's more of an ad gimmick kind of thing.
Okay.
You have something that is amazing in your body. It's called the liver.
Okay.
It does all the detoxing that you need. Now there are things that help your liver in detoxing, which is fasting, which is drinking certain herbal teas, which is doing all of that. But again, if you're the type of person who has, let's say, a job that is really hard, like doctors, I would say, or teachers, you really need energy, and your brain, the main energy that your brain uses is glucose. So for you to go about your day, starting your work fasted, is going to be really hard.
We're talking a lot about breakfast, but then there's also this very common problem nowadays. A lot of people with social media and their phones and the blue light emitting from it, a lot of people tend to play with their phones before bed.
Yeah.
However, there's also the problem of when should I eat the last meal of the day. I really want to dive deeper into that and kind of break it down, but we're going to take a small break, you and I, and then we'll talk about this right afterwards. Dear viewers, don't move away from the TV just yet. We're going to take a small break and we'll continue right afterwards. Welcome back, dear viewers. We are back with nutritionist Estabraq Alsanousi. Welcome back again.
Thank you.
Before we went away for the break, we were talking about what a lot of people consider to be too late for them to eat. When is the latest I can eat my dinner without having troubles in my sleep?
I would say max 3 hours is really good. If
3 hours before going to bed?
Yeah, so if you're the type of person who can't sleep unless you have something in your stomach, I'd really recommend having a really light snack, maybe an hour prior.
Okay.
But like for a full-on meal dinner, I would say 3 hours is pretty good.
Okay. And for let's say 3 hours before I go to bed, what is the best dinner that I should have? Something that's really good for me to have a good night's sleep.
There's nothing specific for you to have, but I would highly recommend you moving away from spicy food.
Okay.
Something with really, I would say, high in fat, probably.
Can you break it down to what's the reason behind that?
So with spicy food, there's a high chance with you like sleeping whether right or left or straight. There's acid reflux that might occur because you're gonna be laying down.
And that triggers it?
Yeah, because it's spicy and like there's acidity in your stomach, so it's spicy and
I mean, like the position of you sleeping, does that trigger the acid reflux?
If you have a history of it as well, yeah. I would say foods that are really heavy, so high in fat.
Okay.
Like burgers and pizzas and stuff. It's gonna be really hard for your stomach to digest, and it's gonna take really long time. These are the things that I could think about right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that comes to mind.
Yeah,
but
right. That's bad news for a lot of people, though. They cannot eat burgers or pizzas.
Just wait 3 hours at least.
Just wait 3 hours. There you go. You were talking about if somebody doesn't want to eat dinner, or they're just like not feeling like eating dinner, what type of snack do you recommend the best? Is fruit the best choice?
I would say probably doing fruits with either protein, healthy fats, so like nuts, yogurt, pairing that together, peanut butter, maybe like toast with, again, almond butter, a yogurt parfait, something that's really light, really good, yeah.
So fruits, healthy fats, nuts.
Yeah.
That's the best choice for somebody who wants a light dinner and they want to go to sleep. They'll help them sleep safe and sound.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Now, some people, they might go a little bit extreme and not have dinner at all. In terms of disrupting their sleep, how much can that disrupt their sleep, or how groggy and tired can they feel in the morning?
So it really depends. If they're used to it, there's no issues. They've been doing it for years. They sleep well. You do you.
Correct.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But in general, if you're just restricting the whole day in general and you're not eating so much during the day and your body just always is hungry, you're going to have trouble sleeping at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
really going to affect your sleep.
Okay. And then you wake up bad mood and groggy, and
you might even wake up mid-sleep.
Mid-sleep,
yeah.
Okay, in the middle of the night, you're waking up because you're very hungry.
You're really hungry, and you're just like tossing and turning the whole night.
Speaking of being really hungry, you know, sometimes throughout the day, you might be well fed and you might be just you might have just had a really good breakfast, very nutritious, high in complex carbohydrates, high in protein. However, throughout the day, you start feeling extremely hungry. Is there a reason behind that?
No, that's just normal. Within a few hours, your stomach sends signals to your brains, we're ready to eat again, right? So it's like a natural instinct for your body to do. It's nothing abnormal. Or else no one would be ever eating like lunch, dinner, snacks. We would never be eating anything after that, right? So that's pretty normal.
Okay. Is there any certain foods that could disrupt the internal clock within, in terms of eating and what times to eat? And
I would say if you're the type of person that has irregular meal times every day, probably. The type of person, maybe if you haven't slept well, because if you don't sleep well, the next day you actually crave
more
sugars.
Sugars, okay.
Right? Simple carbs, fatty meals. Because you haven't slept well, you're super tired. So a lot of their stress hormones really go heightened, like your cortisol level. So with cortisol level being really high, you crave those type of foods.
You start craving sugary foods.
Sugary foods, high fat foods, yeah.
Okay. That's why a lot of people, when they seem to gain weight, sometimes the number one culprit is the cortisol level. Not in every situation, but it could be, because it's like rising up.
No, not technically. No, not necessarily. No, but it's just one of the factors that what ends up happening if you haven't slept well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Now, it seems like from personal experience, my body handles food a little bit differently when I first wake up in the morning and then when I go to sleep. What could be the reason behind that?
First thing I would probably ask is, what did you sleep well? Probably. What what are your usual meal timings?
Okay.
And how is your environment in general? Like, how would you usually plate your food? What is like your day-to-day schedule? So there's a lot of factors, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it all depends on certain things that could also affect your mental status as well, because if you have lack of sleep, you're not well awake, so that probably ties into it.
Yeah, also like your lifestyle, like what do you do? Or sometimes are you having a day where it's like full of energy, like working out or something? You know, like people that work out.
Yes.
Some people feel really hungry afterwards. Some people are like, I can't eat anything because of the hard workout, you know? So it really depends. Each person is really different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I want to throw your way some myths that we hear every once in a while, and hopefully you can bust them with some facts.
Please.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. The latest meal that you should eat is at 8 p.m. If you eat any later, you're bound to get fat. That's not true. Okay.
It all depends on your caloric intake within the day.
Okay.
Okay, so your body can detect that. So let's say, for example, Ramadan.
Okay.
Right? We used to eat futur really late at 10, 11.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
But then you fast the whole day the next day, right? Did you gain weight when you ate ghada or suhoor?
No, but it almost sounds...
But you passed 8 o'clock.
Yes,
right?
That's true.
Yeah. So, no, in that sense, you don't gain weight after 8 p.m.
Okay.
But people always seem to think that way because they look at social media and like all the Western kind of life, they wake up really early and they stop eating by 8 o'clock. So they assume that it's the same, and you never know who just spread that rumor online, right?
Yeah.
But no, it's not true.
So it starts with one person to spread a rumor, and then there's no actual scientific backing up.
Because what ends up happening is when you do eat 8 o'clock then stop,
okay,
there's a lot of hours of you fasting, which ends up happening, you're eating less than your calorie intake.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you end up losing weight.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So that's where the connection came about, where stopping 8 p.m., you're going to lose weight.
Right.
No.
Okay.
It's just about you eating less because you ate less.
That makes sense.
So like I can do the same exact thing to another person, tell them to stop by 8 p.m., but I can give them more calories than the person needs. They're going to gain weight.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So myth busted.
Myth busted, yeah.
There you go. Now, sleep is very crucial. It's becoming very trendy subject.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of sleep, I'm not sleeping well, I'm not going into my REM sleep state.
Yeah.
I've heard that eating about, well, I don't want to give a number, but like a small handful of almonds will help you have a really good night's sleep.
I haven't heard almonds, I've heard cherries.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, yeah. I've heard because like tart cherries really help. As alongside with like magnesium glycinate is really going to help you go to that deep sleep. A really good amino acid that you can take is L-theanine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a calming supplement.
Helps you drift into sleep?
Not drift, it just calms your body and your nerves.
Okay.
So I've heard about these, but the almond ones, honestly, I haven't heard about. Yeah.
No worries. We're gonna take a small break, research that, and then we'll continue the conversation right afterwards. Dear viewers, stay tuned. We're gonna go away for a minute, and then we'll continue right afterwards. Welcome back, dear viewers. We are back with our esteemed guest, nutritionist, Estabraq Alsanousi. Welcome back to the show, Estabraq.
Thank you so much.
All right, now we were talking about some myths. We're going to table that for a second. Meal timing, very crucial once again, very important. It's important for athletes. It's important for busy people. How can setting or changing my eating schedule determine how energetic I am throughout the day?
So having a certain schedule for yourself kind of sets your energy at a steady pace.
Okay.
In terms of, we spoke about insulin, right? Going up and down, that's really gonna help. Your hormones, which is like your hunger hormone called ghrelin, and your fullness hormone leptin, kind of knows when you're about to eat and when you're full. So that also comes into play. So it knows, you know what, this time you have a break or you have your lunch, so we're gonna send those hormones to you. So your body doesn't go at a starvation mode on full-on stress the whole day. Another thing is just having a steady energy throughout the day where you can perform at your highest is always important. So just having and listening to those cues is crucial.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for busy people, a lot of people are busy.
Yeah.
If you were to give them advice on how to set the correct eating schedule so they can stay energetic and it can be suitable for their busy days, how would you construct that timing schedule?
So there isn't specific timings, but my recommendation would be if you're the type of person that knows you won't have time to eat lunch, maybe prepare small snacks along your schedule.
Okay.
And kind of prepare around the timings that you're probably gonna eat. Maybe have a little snack here and there in your pocket is really gonna help.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you're the type of person who would eat dinner, like a huge dinner, then have that prepared rather than going home really hungry later on.
Does the sudden change in the size of the meal from, I'm used to eating lunch, good amount of food, to having little snacks that will just keep me afloat throughout the day, is that going to have some sort of effect on my mood and energy throughout the day?
It is, because when you eat, you're gonna have that concentration that you need.
Okay.
It's gonna help actually in a positive way. Whereas if you just ate breakfast and didn't eat anything up to like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., then you're gonna feel that difference in a negative way.
Right, but like the change of the size of my portion is what
Oh, no.
Okay, it's not gonna have any effect. I should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there certain snacks that you recommend that for a busy person they can eat that will keep them energetic and be in the best of their moods throughout the day?
So snacks that I recommend, maybe like fruits paired with nuts, probably like yogurt, something that's really quick for you to grab and go.
Okay.
Something that's really nutritional, like maybe probably cheese and I would say cucumbers and whatever like you like labna and right?
Yeah.
Just to make your life easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this it's also light, not so heavy, because you're on the go. They'll keep you afloat, energetic, and not so heavy in the stomach.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, a lot of people, when they're like really hungry throughout the day, I just ate my breakfast, I'm going to school, I'm going to lunch, I'm going to work, and then I'm coming to get some lunch, and they start eating a big meal at lunch. All of a sudden, they feel very dizzy, and they just want to take a big fat nap.
Yeah.
Right. So, is that due to the portion or the timing of the food?
It's because of the portion, probably, depending on what they're eating. Another thing is, once your digestion starts, all of the blood flow goes to your stomach, so you get a bit of lightheadedness. It's because of the blood trying to do its job. So people that say, I'm really tired after eating, is because of the blood just rushing to your digestive system. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is, again, coming back to your insulin spikes, is because they've waited so long and their insulin is at its lowest, and they suddenly had that sudden high spike of insulin, unless they're not eating something that is nutritious, like protein and healthy fats with their carbs, and it's not going up slowly.
Right.
That sudden spike of just carbs probably is doing that.
Okay.
Another thing is probably they're just tired all in all.
Okay.
Because of all of the hours that they didn't eat, they probably are out of their fuel.
Okay.
So they're really tired, and then that sudden kind of food that just came into their bodies just, had that effect.
It's just like a bunch of elements really piling up.
Yeah, it really depends on the person.
Okay, interesting. Now, we've been talking about mood swings, energy, related to meal timing or feeding time. Now, is there any other side effects that we haven't really covered or people need to look out for when it comes to having irregular meal times?
Just make sure you have at least a schedule that you are comfortable with.
Okay.
I wouldn't say like follow a specific schedule verbatim, like 1 o'clock, that's lunch. It's fine if you have 12, 1 or 2, 3 max, probably, that's fine. As long as you don't reach a point of you're full-on hungry and you can't go about your day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, is there any other side effects rather than just mood swings and lack of energy when it comes to like not eating at time or skipping meals?
There isn't exact side effects, I would say,
Okay.
but probably would feel really hungry later on.
Right.
And that's kind of where you just go and find some like simple sugars here and there and grab whatever that is next to you, like probably fast food, and just to hold you off. But not exact side effects, I wouldn't say, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you've probably seen a lot of people, talk to a lot of people. This issue is not very specific. It can be more common than we think.
Yeah.
Have you met or spoken to people that had their meal times changed and fixed to the proper timing that had certain improvements on them?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us about those improvements?
Yeah, so what they found is they had their steady energy.
Okay.
They stopped craving sugars and fats and all of that. They ended up being more focused with their job. Also, we forgot a really important thing is stay hydrated. It's so important. Also because with dehydration, sometimes it sends signal where you crave sugar, but you're actually dehydrated.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the thing where if you're suddenly really hungry, they will tell you drink a glass of water. If you're still hungry after half an hour, you probably were really hungry. Okay. Yeah, so that's also a thing. Make sure you slept. They really slept well, and that made a huge difference with their cravings, and their like cortisol level and their stress.
Okay.
So I would say all of that came into positive change for them.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, I love the drink water before anything else and then check after a half an hour.
And it comes suddenly.
Okay.
It comes suddenly. If you're like always hydrated, then it's probably really hunger.
And if you had like a good meal and then 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, you're hungry all of a sudden, maybe you haven't had enough water.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Is there, if you were to pin it down to 3 points, is there 3 points as an advice you would give to people to start fixing their timing schedule, their eating timing schedule?
Make sure you pick timings that are comfortable with you and not based on something you found online that works with someone else.
Right.
Make sure you've slept really well. That's one thing.
Okay.
And stay hydrated throughout the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's very correlated to my sleep, my energy, and my mood swings.
Yeah.
Now, if this issue was left untreated, unfixed, I haven't fixed when I should eat. I'm always in an irregular feeding time. Always, like it's never the same, or for a very long period of time. Just so I'm not exaggerating that much. Can it lead to further problems, more problems, maybe other conditions?
Not specifically in that, not that harsh. I wouldn't say conditions. But you would get confusion with the release of your hormones. Some days you're gonna get really hungry, some days you're not, because your body is really confused, because every day is like really different. I would say probably it's gonna make a huge difference where you're, again, with your internal clock is gonna be really different as well.
Okay.
These are the things that I can pinpoint for now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it has been an extremely useful conversation between you and I definitely benefited a lot. Hopefully the dear viewers gained a lot of information and now they're going to eat in the proper times and not have a schedule that's all over the place. Thank you so much for being with us today, Estabraq.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Dear viewers, you heard it here on Daily Reset from nutritionist Estabraq Alsanousi, how important it is to eat on specific times so it helps you keep your energy up throughout the day and have a good night's sleep. Until next time, stay safe.